Welcome back, everybody. Beautiful April morning here. We're gonna do some real light forestry. Got the tractor broken out, and I'm still tickled every time I can see what this little package can do to for this type of forestry work. So we're gonna cut down a few sizable trees, buck them up for firewood, chip the tops, and in just a few hours it's gonna be like we weren't here, and this place is gonna look a lot neater. So stay tuned and I'll walk you through that. So I'm realizing that this first maple here, it's gotta kind of fall right into the garden. So it's good. One reason I'm doing this now, but I figure I might as well take down this fence because no need to break it. Whoa. So if you're getting even the tiniest amount of enjoyment out of watching me do all this work, please consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel. Got plenty more firewood, tractor, wood, lumber, sawmill content on the way. I'm having a lot of fun now that the weather's getting nicer. It's light out until 8 o'clock. Videos are going to keep coming, and I'm going to keep entertaining you. Thanks. timing myself for scientific purposes there, and to fell, buck up into 16-inch rounds and limb this 11-ish inch maple, that took me 35-ish minutes. It's kind of a hard 35 minutes. My back's feeling it already. It's early in the morning, didn't do my stretches yet, but I got a comment on a previous video about using a awful big saw for some smaller birch trees I was cutting up top of the driveway there. And yeah, that's true, but I know if I were to use my smaller 50cc saw, or even smaller, this couldn't have been done in 35 minutes, at least with my experience and the saws that I have. So that's just something to think about. Heavier, bigger. This is the 572 XP. It's a 70-ish cc saw. Makes things go quicker, as long as you can handle wielding it around and bending over with it. Well, our time trials are over. Levi came to visit from the house and taking a nice break. It's nice to take time, enjoy the brook, drink some coffee, visit the wife, play with Jack. We're having fun. No need to rush things on the weekend. Yeah. Well, that was time well spent. I didn't film any of it, but Levi and Jack had fun throwing sticks in the brook and collecting them. We had other side of the brook, neighbor's property. Big pine tree, white pine, crooked, so not really useful for anything. It's not a good saw log or anything, but came down in a crazy storm, nor'easter we had 2 weeks ago now. And it's just an eyesore for us. So I'm gonna go talk to her and see, I'm sure she's fine with us cleaning it up, but I don't quite have my mind around the easiest way, safest way to clean that up. But either way, we're gonna wait for the brook to recede so we can wade in and out of there easier. Pretty cold right now. Quite the fun little process we got there. So that 4-inch chipper, we easily had some 3 7/8 inch stuff go through there today, the hard maple. Handled it no problem. These chips are just going to be weed control. I'm not going to bother collecting them or anything. It's easy enough. You can see I fanned it out so they're a nice thin layer over a short area. This maple had this sugar maple, particularly limmy, so that's why the chipping took longer than a normal 11-inch tree might. I think I had about 40 minutes in the chipping all in all. Looked at the hour meter on the tractor. 0.6 hours, whatever that is. 40 minutes. Yeah, on and off, moving cameras around. We're having fun, and yeah, nothing bad to say about that chipper. those are some good metrics to keep in mind. It took me about 90 minutes all in all to make this maple tree disappear, ready for the splitter. Like I said, it was about 11-inch tree, and they're exceptionally branchy, so half an hour was cutting it and bucking it and limbing it. The rest of it was feeding all those limbs into the chipper. The value of those chips makes it worth it for us to spend the extra time. Still worth the time, as opposed to having piles of brush sitting everywhere, which in our case, we certainly would have lots of piles of brush sitting around. So well worth the time. I got my exercise in for the day. Besides using the PTO on the tractor, we're really just using the bucket as a wheelbarrow. This is the most, at least the first half of the tree. There's some smaller rounds still in the garden. That's the top of the tree. Also, my Jonathan's on April vacation this week, so trying to stack up a list of to do for him. Getting those up to the wood yard's a pretty foolproof one. I don't think he can mess up on his own. But yeah, it's going to be more of a leisurely day for me. The chipper, it was pretty breezy out here. I don't know if you can tell, but the chipper is it gets the tractor just about as dirty. Any grease or oil spot on the tractor, you see diesel on the hood, it's due for a wash. So I think I'm going to go grill up lunch for the family, park the tractor in the shade, and give it a good bath now that I'm taking the chipper off. I think that'll be time well spent. Get some relaxation in, family time. Little Levi there and the little kids can't really help me with the chipping, but they can help me with the washing, and that's a lot of fun. So thank you all for following along. Really appreciate it. Take care, and we'll see you at the next one.